All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Um, Real quick, I have an article here. All right. Just going into this, the build up, all right, to this Third World War. Okay, and this is concerning Russia or Russia's artillery, military, whatever you want to call it. It says drones, robots, lasers, supersonic gliders, and other high-tech arms. Putin wants Russian military to be up to any future challenge. All right. Now I wanna point out that these are what they tell you or what they allow to be brought out on the news. All right. Not to mention all the ones that they have low key, their trump cards and all of that. All right. It says wants Russian military to be up to any future challenge. Okay. And so what should be going through your mind is, all right, you live in America. America is at odds with Russia, and Russia is constantly increasing their nuclear arsenal. All right, increasing their military weapons. What is this? Where is this leading? Why are they doing this? You know, it's not on a whim because they keep on building more and more and more. It says the Russian military will be going all out sci-fi, with Vladimir Putin saying the plan for boosting the armed forces until 2033 should focus on AI and weapons based on new physical principles. With the introduction of what you best believe, ain't no 2033, man. All right, it's not gonna take that long before these nations melt each other, man. All right, and then America being primary to be completely melted, man. All right, because America in this Third World War, yeah, America's gonna also shoot its missiles off, but Babylon the Great, aka America, is gonna have a big giant X, a target on his back, man, and a lot of missiles are gonna be set to target this land. Okay, thus saith the Bible. All right. Um, It says based on new physical principles, with the introduction of a whole range of state of the art arms in recent years, Russia has been able to make a step forward compared to the world's other military powers. So Russia is really climbing up the ladder on this. Putin said during a meeting of the Russian Security Council on Friday, the tally of the newest weapons and hardware of the possession of the country's armed forces and navy is currently over 68%, he said, adding that they must be increased to at least 70% and maintained at that level. The newest weaponry and hardware possession that they have should be at least 70%. All right, but what is all this for? Well, for first, it's going to be for that Third World War, but ultimately, it's going to be to fight against the Messiah when he comes back, man. Okay, because guess what? The Lord is coming back with some out of this world artillery as well, man. And these nations, look, whether they know it or not, because these at least they know, but whether these nations know it or not, the Lord is having them build these, just like they're building these missiles to fight against each other. Okay, guess what? There's gonna be an ultimate purpose. Because once look, man, once this Third World War starts, America will be completely destroyed. North America, this land is going to be done. It's going to be a desert. All right, you're going to have desert creatures laying in here. The Bible tells you that. All right, but they're going to turn their attention to the Lord. Okay, to this world, it'll be known like an alien invasion, but within those UFOs that they're going to be seeing, which people already see now, all right, is going to be the Lord, the Messiah, and his angels. Okay. So look, man, that's part of the reason why they're look it up, man. Why do you think these countries are so obsessed with having a space force? You know, Revelation, what is that, the 12th or the ninth chapter? Let me pull it up. It tells you that what there was war in heaven. Now that heaven wasn't talking about the spirit world heaven, all right, because the Bible makes the scriptures, they make different distinctions about the different heavens. You have the heaven, like a heavenly state, You have the heaven, which is the spirit world, and you have the heavens, which is the firmament or the atmosphere or space, as they will call it. War in heaven. So this heaven, all right, that I'm about to pull up right now, isn't talking about the spirit world. Revelation, yeah, 12, the 12th chapter. All right, the 7th verse. It says, "And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels." Okay, and this dragon does not represent. It's not an actual dragon. All right, but today this dragon will be identified as Esau, which is the so-called white man. All right, and his whole power structure, his whole system, because a lot of these nations and these countries that come together, even Russia, the Russians are Edomites and Americans are Edomites. All right, but nonetheless, this those that are gonna turn and fight against the Lord, okay, and against Michael and the angels, guess what? They're gonna lose that. Like it says, and the dragon fought and his angels, all right, and prevailed not. All right, so obviously the scripture isn't gonna say, and the so-called white man brought all his technology. And read, Second Ezra's, the what is it, the 13th chapter? Okay, it tells you about the war in heaven, man. It describes it. Okay, also in I think it's Psalms 18. Okay, it also talks about that too. But it says here, yeah, the dragon fought against his angel. So it's not gonna say the so-called white man brought out his F-30 whatever bombers and his technology and his drones to fight against the Messiah. All right, and it is you shooting all his missiles and all that. No, okay, but nonetheless, this is referring onto that war, man. This is gonna be during the war of Armageddon. All right, and the Hebrew Harmagad one. Okay, this is gonna be during that time of World War III. You will see the Lord come back. Okay, it says, "And prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven." See, so they're gonna get destroyed, man. They're gonna get blasted out. So their little space force they're trying to build and set up and all that. They know that they're gonna fight against the Lord and the angels, but they're gonna lose. So all this all out sci-fi stuff they're doing is not gonna amount to anything because listen, you're gonna fight against the Son of the Most High, the ones who created the elements that you use to make the weapons that you have, the ones that put the thoughts into your mind to even make these weapons. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. So, what is a smith? A smith is somebody who makes or crafts. You have a blacksmith. You have different smiths. All right. So today, all right, that those smiths today would be would be referring on to these scientists, all right, who created these nuclear missiles. The Lord put the thought into their mind and gave them the understanding of the elements to be able to put what this and that together to make such a weapon. All right, it says, "And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work." And that instrument is going to be those nuclear missiles. And the work is going to be to destroy the certain parts of the world that the Lord is going to have these missiles destroy. Like you said, I have created the waster to destroy. All right. So going on, it says, the emphasis in the plan must be on advanced high precision weapons and means of aerospace defense. The active use of artificial intelligence in the production of military hardware, the president said. The line of unmanned reconnaissance and attack aircraft, laser and hypersonic systems, weapons based on new physical principles, as well as robotic systems capable of performing diverse tasks on the battlefield should be expanded. But put it in now. Here's the question: why? Why are they doing this? The scriptures tell you what? There's a time to everything, man. There's a time to gather. There's a time to not gather. And we're in the time of war right now. That's why they're what? They're building up their arms. And don't sleep on America either, man. America has some stuff that they're not showing. But nonetheless, this is all in preparation for that war, man. Everything you see happening geopolitically is building up to this third world war. And it will happen because the Lord has already said it. He has already commanded it. All right. It's been prophesied. This is Isaiah 5 and 28. Whose arrows are sharp and all their bows bent. Their horses' hooves shall be counted like flint and their wheels like a whirlwind. All right. Now, when you read in the scriptures, like I believe in the book of Jeremiah also tells you, the scriptures refer to arrows, okay, metaphorically as those nuclear missiles. All right. When you read in the Bible, it's not going to tell you nuclear missiles verbatim. Okay. But when it talks about arrows, all right, and it talks about the bows, guess what? That's referring on to those missiles, which I'll show you a video. All right. I'll show you this video right here. Of they were testing out one of their missiles. Okay. Let me get this. Isaiah 13 and 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. Desolate meaning there's nothing going to be left. It's going to be completely done. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. See? So not only is the Lord going to have these nuclear missiles flying, that's why they're intercontinental. Okay? Not only are they going to be flying and destroying things, but he's going to have the angels and the Lord within those so-called UFOs. Guess what? They're not there for sightseeing so they can perform tricks in the air for you. No, they are they are armed, man. Okay, those so-called UFOs are armed with some heavenly fire. Okay. It says Russia requires these futuristic arms because the world is facing serious challenges and threats. While military technologies are developing rapidly, providing for tougher competition in the area, Putin explained. The U.S. withdrawal from the INF Treaty banning the U.S. and Russia from fielding in Europe and ground-based ground-based missiles with a range of between 500 kilometers and 5,500 kilometers under an invented pretext has become a significant blow for the arms control system. And what happened? The Lord did that on purpose. He's pulling away those barriers, and like it tells you in Ezekiel 38, he's putting the hooks back into the jaws of Gog and Magog, which represents Russia. All right, and turning them back. All right, he's putting up that spirit back within them, man. That's why they're building up their arsenal. All right, that's why they have that hatred towards America. Russia must be able to forecast the effect that this move will have on the international situation and to adjust its military potential accordingly. So they're basically telling you that what? They know that the potential of a war breaking out is real, and so they're preparing for that. NATO's buildup near Russian borders and attempts to militarize space, see, are also a cause for significant concerns, the head of state said. Because these space weapons, yeah, they could be used to, destroy things on Earth as well. But the main reason is because of the scripture I read, Revelation 12 and 7, is to fulfill that prophecy of the war in heaven. Okay? It says, they are in the army now. Russia has successfully tested its Avangard hypersonic glider, which is launched by silo-based ICBMs, which stands for Intercontinental Ballistic Missiles. Some sources claim this technology is about to be put in service by the end of the year. So they're moving quick. Kinzhal hypersonic missiles, which are fired from aircraft, have also been shown to the public. Those weapons are said to be able to bypass any existing air defenses due to traveling, listen to this, 5 times faster than the speed of sound. How do you defend against that? Work on the ship-based Zikron hypersonic system is currently underway. And let me play the video real quick.
Пуск начался. Есть окончание точного приведения, есть открытие защитного устройства. Есть запуск двигательной установки первой ступени.
All right, we're not about to do this right now.
Есть контакт подъема. Старт. Начало отсчета.
All right. Anyways, I'll put the link of the article in the description so you can read the article. Also, you can finish the whole article, and you can look at the clip as well. But I'm gonna go into what I have, like one more precept real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. And Isaiah was prophesying of the future. He was prophesying of now because what? Uh, prophetically speaking, this precept refers onto that Third World War. Because in the ancient times, how did they go to war? You would have this army against this army, right? Whether they have 1,000,000 or 100,000 or 800,000 in their army. All right. Now, listen to this: 800,000 men on a battlefield from one army against the other army, which might have 900,000. You know, and you have sometimes they'll have elephants, they'll have horses, they're wearing armor, they have swords, they have shields, they have bows and arrows. Okay, they have spears, right? They're chanting. All these noises together, that's what confused noise. You can't make out what somebody is saying in the time of war unless everything is quiet. But when that war starts, all you're hearing is you hear horses run, the sound of horses' hooves stomping on the ground, the sounds of swords clashing together, all right? The sounds of people being stabbed, people screaming. That is what? A confused noise. And that was what the wars of the ancient world would be like. It says, and garments rolled in blood. Because what happens? You have people getting stabbed up, cut up, because their main weapons it wasn't like a gun, or a bullet. No, it was like a sword or a dagger or a knife or a spear or an arrow. And all those, if you get shot by an arrow, you're going to bleed and your garment is going to get filled with blood, man. If you get cut, you get stabbed, whatever, is that wound is gonna cause blood to be in your garments. All right. But he's making a distinction here. He said, so that for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this, all right, this battle, this upcoming war shall be with burning and fuel of fire. They didn't have intercontinental ballistic missiles back then. Okay. But this war, this Third World War that we're very quickly headed for, all right, it's not gonna be with horses and men running with swords and shields and all that. When you read in Joel, all right, they shall run like horsemen, like mighty men. That's parabolic or metaphorical for those nuclear missiles. All right, it's not literal horses. All right, but like it says, this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, and that's those missiles. Okay, because once they hit the place, what do? They burn it. They burn everything in sight. They melt it. As a matter of fact, I'll close it out with this precept. 2 Peter 3:10. All right, this is 2 Peter 3 verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Okay, so you have the elements that are within the missiles, and then you have the elements that are within whatever the missiles are going to burn up. They're all going to be melting. Okay, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. All right, and this is talking about certain parts of the earth, not the whole entire earth. The scriptures tell you in Ecclesiastes that the earth abideth forever. All right, but you have certain parts like America, which will be what? Burnt up and everything left in. Malachi 4th chapter, the first verse tells you that it shall leave it neither root, Salaki, neither root, all right, nor branch. All right, so everything is going to be burnt up, man. That's why the elect are going to need to go up into those chariots to be delivered. Because whoever's left on this land is gonna you're gonna be done. All right, let's look up fervent, fervent heat, to burn up, to set fire to suffer with fervish burning. All right, to be parched with fever. All right, but that fervent heat, man, is some out of this world heat, man. All right, and it's gonna burn everything in sight. The scriptures say the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and after them a desolate wilderness. So before these missiles hit, you will have life, you will have agriculture, you'll have all these different things. But once they hit, man, it's all gonna be gone. And that's why the scriptures say it'll take only an hour for America to be destroyed. Okay, only 1 hour, because that's how much damage these missiles can do. You look at just the Bronx or just New York. You look at all these different buildings, all the cars and the people and all these different things in here, man, in just one city. All right, and then you zoom out and look at the state. Look at the borough. Look at the state. Look at the coast. Then look at the actual country. See how big that is? See how many different things are in this place? In 1 hour, all of that is gonna be melted, man. Gone. Like it wasn't even there. It's just gonna be sand, desert. So that fire is gonna be real hot in order to do that, man. And that should strike fear in you. Okay? You hearing that should be like, yo, damn, like I gotta get right. Like how do I avoid this? How do I escape this? And that's why the scriptures tell you to repent. Because when the doors of mercy close, your chances of making it out of that fire close along with those doors. Okay, and you could read Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. It tells you about the regret that people will have, all right, for coming against us and mocking us when all we were doing was giving them the warning, all right, and doing the Lord's will. Nonetheless, that was basically it, man. Yo, this things are heating up, all right. These prophecies are coming to pass, and man, I'm excited to see what the Lord is going to bring the end of this year to 2020. All right, 2020 might just be a hell of a year, man. Okay, so with that, I hope this was edifying unto the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Racha Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.